Hey everyone, in today's video I want to show you how you can add MCP servers in Antigravity. This is useful if you want to connect extra tools or services and you need to add them as an MCP servers. You can think of MCP as some kind of bridge which is going to connect Antigravity to some kind of other tool. For example, let's say GitHub. So let's say I have this code and I want to create a new repository in GitHub and I want to push it over here. So we need to use MCP server and you can find them if you open agent. If you don't see the agent right away, simply click on this icon to toggle agent, then click on those three dots, additional options, and click on MCP servers. And here you can find the MCP store with all of the tools which you can use. For this example, I want to use GitHub, so I will choose or I will type GitHub, and this is the GitHub MCP server which we can install, and then you can see all of the use cases. So for example, we can browse a repository, so you have some repository management, you have some issues, automations, so you can create, update, manage issues and pull requests, and then you have some other stuff, you have also some code analysis. So if I click on install over here, what we need to do, we need to paste our GitHub personal access token in order to connect this. So I will open GitHub on other screen, and here I will click on my profile, then click on settings, scroll all the way down to developer settings, and here you should see your personal access tokens. So you want to go to tokens classic, and if you don't have one, simply click on generate new one, the classic one. And after that, this is going to ask you for the name of the token. So let's say we can try MCP server test like this. And you can set the expiration, how long you want to token work. And then the most important, you want to select scopes which you want to do or which you want to use. Those are like permissions which you are going to allow to token. If I select a repo, this is going to have full control of repositories, so it can access them, it can create them and stuff like that. So in my case, I will select everything, then click on generate token at the bottom of the screen. And now we can copy our token. So I'm going to simply copy it or click on this button and paste it over here. Click on save. And for GitHub, you want to make sure you have Docker installed in your computer. And I think we have to run it. So I can search for it. If you don't have Docker installed, it's very simple. You just have to go to Docker website and download it. And now if we have Docker in opened, I think if we click on refresh, it should be gone as it is, like this. And now we can test it. So now this MCP server should be working. So I can go back to my agent. And for example, let's say we want to push this code to GitHub in a newly created repository. So we can type something like, so create a new repository in GitHub with name MCP test1 and push the code here. So in the repository. So this HTML website, I can send it. So we have to allow it to work. So it wants to run this git remote. So I'm going to click on run. And now it should create, as you can see, it already found my GitHub account. And it should create a repository. And once this is done, we can see the repository was created with the name we wanted. The code was pushed over here in the repository. We also got this repository link, but I'm going to find it manually in my GitHub. So I can go back to main menu in GitHub and we should see MCP test 1. So I'm going to search for it because I have a lot of repositories. And it's over here, MCP test. We can open it if everything is here, and we have the index HTML file over here, as you can see. So everything is working. And now, for example, what you can do with this, you can deploy this to Vercel and you can host your website over here. So this is how you can add MCP servers in Antigravity. Of course, you can add many different MCP servers. This was as an example with the GitHub. But if you open MCP servers, you have, for example, Firebase, you have some cloud for SQL, you have Postgres SQL and stuff like that. So this is all for this video. And if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing for more tutorials like this one.